Okay, to sketch y equal x squared minus 4x minus 5, we need to look for three things. Okay, step number one, I look for y-intercept. Okay, now y-intercept is when x is 0. Okay, and then I look for x-intercept. Okay, so look for x-intercept or x-intercepts. Okay, sometimes it doesn't have it, so you can't find it, but mostly, okay, you look for these things. Okay, x-intercept, y-intercept, and then the vertex. Okay, vertex or turning point, if you like. Okay, three things you need to look for: y-intercept, x-intercepts, and then vertex, which is turning point. Okay, let's go on this one now. So to find y-intercept, okay, find y-intercept, you can see when x is 0. Okay, so when x is 0, y is equal to 0 squared 0 minus 4 times 0 0 and minus 5, so which is y-intercept is -5, if you like. Okay, so in fact, every time you look for y-intercept, just look for the constant. Okay, because 0 0 anyway, time thing is 0, so always the constant is y-intercept. So in this case, the constant is -5, so y-intercept is -5. Okay, now look for x-intercept. So let's go x-intercept. X-intercepts is when y is equal to 0. Okay, when y equals 0, I substitute into equation. So 0 equal x squared minus 4x minus 5. But I can write like this, make my life easier. So I go x squared minus 4x minus 5 is equal to 0. Okay, then I factorize it. Now to factorize, okay, you look at this side. Okay, this side is negative, so I just immediately put 1 plus 1 minus. Okay, or if 1 minus 1 plus, doesn't matter, alongside difference. Look, then you ask yourself question, what time what give me 5 here, but the difference is 4. Okay, in this case it should be 5 and 1. Okay, 5 and 1, but because -4, because negative is because of the -4, so the bigger number must be on negative side, so it should be 5 here and then 1 here. So therefore x is -1 or x equal 5 to make the equation 0. So yeah, x-intercept is -1 and 5. All right, then I need to find the vertex. Now to find the vertex, okay, since you last video you already watch and you learn about horizontal and vertical shift, in this case I just follow that method. Okay, so let's say y is equal to x squared minus 4x minus 5. Okay, so I can rewrite like this. So x negative half of 4 is 2. Okay, all square. Now if we expand this out, let's see, x minus 2 all square, it give me x square 2 times minus 2 times x minus 2x, you double, give you minus 4x, and then plus 2 square is 4. Okay, so you can see is when you expand it out, it gives you all the way up to minus 4x except 4 extra. So that's why I need to, if I expand this x, or bracket x minus 2 all square, if I expand it out, it gives me exactly the same up to here except the 4 extra. So I have to take away 4 out, and then this -5, I just write it down. So it should be x minus 2 all square minus 9. Okay, so that's in a different form. So then when you look at this, you should recognize this, the vertex. Okay, the vertex of this is because it's x squared minus x minus 2 all square. It means it shifts to the right 2 units. Okay, now outside minus 9, that means you move 9 down. Okay, so original graph is x squared, but it moved 2 to the right and then 9 down. Okay, so your vertex is 2 minus 9. Okay, now let's recap. We find y-intercept. This y-intercept -5. Okay, then we find x-intercept. X-intercept is -1 and 5, and then we got the turning point or vertex, you like. is minus 29. So now we can just put into graph. Now, before you put in graph, it's good to put a bit of thought into it, because it makes it easier for you when you do graphing, because the turning point or vertex is 2 minus 9. So it's down the bottom half of the graph. And then the y-intercept is minus 5. So it's all down the bottom. And then x-intercept is minus 1 and 5. So more toward the right. So I just quickly sketch on this, and then to the right a bit as well. See, that's all. This is y, this is x, like that. Then I just plot point. So 2 minus 9 roughly down here. Okay, so all I do, I just go sketch roughly in here, and then just go. That's all. Okay, then I fill up this information. This is 5, this is negative 1, this is 5, and then negative 2, 2, negative 9. Okay, so that's what that meant. So 2, negative 9. There you go. Okay, this is how you sketch. Okay, y equal x squared minus 4x minus 5. Okay, let's do another one. Okay, let's do another one is using same concept, but this time the number a little bit difficult. Okay, just fraction, that's all, but the process are the same. Let's see. Let's make y equal x squared plus, let's say, 3x minus 4. Okay, now let's get into this. Step number 1, I find x-intercept first. Okay, so y-intercept first. Easier. You can find x-intercept first, doesn't really matter. But find y-intercept is easier. So I can see y-intercept is when x is 0, this becomes 0, this becomes 0. So y-intercept is negative 4. All right, 4 negative. Okay, then I'm gonna find x-intercept. X-intercept is when y equals 0. Okay, I just write the heading. So x-intercepts. All right, so you go x squared plus 3x minus 4 equals 0. So what I do, I factorize. So look at this. This is a negative. So I put 1 plus 1 minus immediately. Okay, now equals 0. Then you ask yourself questions. What time what give me 4? The difference is 3. Okay, so that would be 4 and 1. Okay, 4 and 1. See, what time what give me 4? The difference is 3. So 4 and 1. So because of positive, 4 on this side, 1 on that side. Because positive 3. Okay, so therefore the bigger number must be on positive side. So your x-intercept is negative 4. Okay, equal negative 4. And x equal to 1. Okay, that's all it is. So we've got y-intercept. Okay, y-intercept equal negative 4, and x-intercept is minus 4 and 1. Okay, now the next one we're gonna find is turning point. Okay, to find turning point, you can use other method, but this method I'm gonna use it because last video I teach you how to do vertical horizontal shift, so which is add on. So let's say y equal x. Now I halve the 3. Okay, half the 3 give me 3 over 2. So 3 over 2 or square. Now if you expand this out, it give me exactly the same all the way up to here. Okay, all the ways, except 3 over 2 all square extra. So therefore I minus 3 square over 3 over 2 all square is 9 over 4. Okay, now the negative 4, I just write it down, right? If you simplify this, give me x plus 3 over 2 all square minus, okay, you go 9 minus 9 over 4 minus 4 is minus, okay, if you use your calculator, you should get 6 and a quarter. All right, so by looking at this graph, your turning point, okay, TP, turning point or vertex, is minus 3 over 2. Minus 3 over 2 is 1.5. And negative 6 and a quarter. Okay, now the number are bad, but when you draw it, it doesn't really matter because you actually just do a rough sketch and then you're not going to put exact scale on it. So that should be all right. So look through it. Okay, so you got y-intercept, x-intercept, and you got turning point. Okay, these are the main feature. So to do this, I just draw a graph first, roughly on here. Okay, so if you look at this, okay, so can you see my graph? Because I didn't pay attention on the x-intercept and then the values. So my graph is, I should put the left a bit more, but doesn't matter. I can just do this, but otherwise I just make it bigger. So you got more space um, to graph it. So let's say this. Okay, so this is y, this is x. Okay, now negative 1.5 and negative 6.25 is a 1 to x the turning point, so roughly here. Okay, and the y-intercept is a -4 and x-intercept is -4 and 1, so I just do a rough sketch, just go like this. That's all. Okay, so this one I just label it. Okay, negative 1.25 and then -6.25. Okay, sorry, I copied wrong here. So it should be -1.5. Okay, and then that's it for turning point. This is y-intercept is -4. I just put -4 there, and this is x-intercept is this is 1. This is what is that? I'll look for it. Okay, -4. Okay, this is how you sketch it. All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you watching the video, and I hope you know how to do a parabola on this type of graph. Okay, thank you.